In the shroud of night where shadows dance and whispers echo is where we find our darkest fears. It's where the heart races, the spine chills, and the mind imagines what lurks unseen. This is the realm of horror, a genre that thrives on our primal fear of the unknown and the unthinkable. It's a genre that 2023 has embraced with fervor, delivering a chilling array of cinematic nightmares. So, brace yourselves as we descend into the cinematic underworld of 2023's horror. Our first stop takes us to the realm of The Unseen Terror, released in January 2023. This film, a chilling masterpiece, takes us down a path less traveled in the world of horror. It's not just about what we see, it's about what we don't. The Unseen Terror is a masterclass in suspense, a symphony of silence that speaks volumes in its eerie quietude. The plot is simple, yet terrifyingly effective. A group of friends trapped in an abandoned mansion, hunted by something they cannot see. It's the unknown that drives the fear factor in this film. The unseen entity, a palpable presence that's always felt but never seen, keeps you on the edge of your seat, your heart pounding in your chest. The film explores themes that dig deep into the human psyche. It uses fear of the unknown, the unseen, as a powerful tool, tapping into our primal instincts of survival. It makes us question, what would we do if we were in their shoes? Would we run, hide, fight, or succumb to the terror? The elements of horror in The Unseen Terror are subtle, yet impactful. The creators have taken a unique approach to suspense and fear. Instead of relying on jump scares and graphic visuals, they let the story and the atmosphere do the talking. The creaking floors, the eerie silence, the sudden chill in the air. All these elements combine to create a chilling atmosphere that stays with you long after you've left the movie theater. The Unseen Terror is not just a horror film. It's an experience. It's a journey into the unknown, into the depths of fear and suspense. It's a testimony to the power of imagination, of what our minds can conjure when left in the dark. So if you're looking for a film that will make your heart race, your palms sweat, and your mind reel with possibilities, then The Unseen Terror is the film for you. It's a cinematic thrill ride that's guaranteed to leave you gasping for breath, yet craving for more. The Unseen Terror, a chilling start to the year, deftly weaves a tapestry of fear that lingers long after the credits roll. Next, we tread lightly into The Labyrinth of Shadows, a February 2023 release that twisted minds and curdled blood. A labyrinth by its very nature is a puzzle, a maze that confounds and disorients. Now imagine that maze shrouded in shadows, where every turn leads you deeper into darkness. That's precisely the chilling premise of Labyrinth of Shadows. It's not your typical horror flick. It's a psychological expedition that teeters on the edge of your worst fears. The storyline is a masterful weave of suspense and terror. We follow our protagonist, a young woman named Lucy, who is trapped in an ancient sprawling mansion. Each room in this mansion is a new level in the labyrinth, each more terrifying than the last. The mansion, a character in itself, is an embodiment of Lucy's deepest fears, and she must confront them to escape. The creators of Labyrinth of Shadows have ingeniously used the horror elements to amplify the psychological terror. The shadowy figures that lurk in the corners of the labyrinth are not merely physical threats. They represent Lucy's personal demons, her traumas, and her past mistakes. The labyrinth is not just a physical structure, but a metaphorical representation of Lucy's mind. The deeper she goes, the more she uncovers about herself. The horror in Labyrinth of Shadows is not about jump scares or gory scenes. It's about the slow-building dread, the creeping fear that something is watching you from the shadows. It's about the terror of being lost, of being trapped in your own mind. It's horror that makes you question your own sanity, that leaves you with a lingering sense of unease long after the credits roll. Every character, every setting, every twist in the storyline of Labyrinth of Shadows is designed to play on your fears, to make you question what is real and what is a figment of your imagination. It's a psychological horror movie that doesn't just scare you, it gets under your skin, into your mind, and stays there. Labyrinth of Shadows, a maze of terror that traps you within its chilling grasp, leaving you breathless. Our final destination is The Final Scream, a March 2023 release that sent shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned horror fans. The Final Scream is a chilling tale that intertwines the ordinary with the extraordinary, transforming everyday life into a blood-curdling nightmare. Set in a seemingly serene suburban neighborhood, this film cleverly uses its mundane setting to amplify the horror that ensues. The picturesque landscape with its white picket fences and manicured lawns is more than just a facade. It is a veritable breeding ground for unspeakable terrors that lurk in the shadows. The plot is a clever melange of suspense, mystery, and outright horror. It follows the journey of a group of friends who, after a night of shared ghost stories, begin to experience eerie events that defy explanation. The terror escalates as each friend encounters their worst fears come to life, culminating in a heart-stopping final twist that leaves audiences gasping for breath. What sets The Final Scream apart from other horror films of its era is its innovative take on classic horror tropes. It doesn't just rely on jump scares or grotesque imagery. Instead, it builds a creeping sense of dread through psychological manipulation and subtle hints of the supernatural. The audience is kept on edge, anticipating the next scare, but never quite knowing when it will come. Moreover, the film masterfully exploits the fear of the unknown. The true nature of the terror remains elusive, shrouded in mystery. This ambiguity adds an extra layer of suspense, making the audience question every shadow and doubt every sound. It's a testament to the film's ability to tap into our deepest fears and insecurities. The beauty of The Final Scream lies in its ability to make the familiar feel strange and unsettling. It takes the everyday and twists it into something horrifying, forcing us to confront our own fears in a disturbingly intimate way. The Final Scream, a haunting echo in the halls of horror cinema, leaves you questioning the shadows in your own home. As we emerge from the depths of these chilling tales, we carry with us the echoes of their horror. The year 2023 has been a remarkable one for the horror genre, with each film we've discussed today leaving a distinct scar on the canvas of cinema. We dived into the unseen terror, where filmmakers masterfully played with our primal fear of the unknown. They reminded us that sometimes, what is left to the imagination can be far more terrifying than what meets the eye. Then, we navigated through the labyrinth of shadows, a testament to the atmospheric horror that lurks in the corners of our psyche. These films have shown us that darkness is not just an absence of light, but a breeding ground for our deepest fears. And who could forget The Final Scream? This year's horror movies have redefined the meaning of terror, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible on screen. They have shown us that horror can be as much about the journey as it is about the destination. In the realm of horror, 2023 has left indelible marks in our nightmares, proving once again that the only thing to fear is fear itself. As we bid adieu, remember, when the lights go out and the screen flickers to life, it's not just a movie. It's a doorway into the darkest corners of our imagination.